this week is giving breakthrough energy, and it is painful. It is like heartbreaking, heart-wrenching, like the deepest heartbreak I've ever felt, really. And it's a collection of things, but it's like so much has been breaking down and breaking apart and creating space, and I've been very clearly guided into taking inventory of what's not working. I'm trying to like block the wind and hold the camera in a specific way, but this prayer, God, close the doors that aren't meant for me, open the doors that are. Even just saying it, I'm like, what are you gonna do next? Because when I was in Italy, I was having all those door things, like my van, every single door, there was something, my fence, my gates, every single thing with the gates, the doors of my tent. Arlo ripped all the doors of my tent. It was like doors. And so I was like, okay, there's something about doors. I have a guide who works with me indoors, and as I'm saying this, I'm like, I probably need to do some more work with him. But it's been like a different way of looking at doors than I normally would. Like with this guide, he will make me, and I have a few guided meditations of doors. I'm like, which program is that in? Also, I have a new program that I'll talk about right now since we're on the topic, and then we'll get back to this. But it's called Wealth Rewire. I've been on this journey of closing doors and making space and letting go of things that are not serving me anymore. I've been tapping in with what I do want and what I'm calling in and what I'm called to. And I've been living the rough life, like the beautiful rough life. I love it. You know, I've been showering with hot hose water for a year now, living in a tent in a van and all that, which I don't really plan to stop. I plan on getting a new van and still traveling. But there's a part of me that loves luxury. There's a part of me that loves like the finer things of life. And what this timeline, this past year or two, has taught me is like the magic of chaos, but also that, you know, chaos, it's not necessarily a choice. It has to happen. It comes through to shake up the patterns and to make space. But as we pull up the rotten roots, there's less and less room for chaos to like be this storm of. I had such a crazy journey to a mentee yesterday. I did like a sound therapy thing, and then I was taken to a mentee, and my essence in there was like wild. Also Arlo and Asan down there playing. We got the cattle in the background. Still waiting for news about the van. Okay, all these things coming through at once. I went to a mentee, and my essence, like, she was released, and she was every natural disaster that there possibly is. And I accepted her, and I just watched her. It was like a storm in the sea. It was a tornado. It was a hurricane. It was an earthquake. It was like she was a fire, and she just came through like absolute chaos. And she shook things up, and she really, you know, made herself seen. But there was just like so much divine order in that, because then after I felt the peace. Like I could see little things sprouting. I felt the calm of the water after the storm. I saw such beauty that came from that chaos clearing. And I think what that took me to in that sound therapy was like this next chapter of peace and ease and grace and what my soul has been wanting and desiring. But I had to go on this other experience of experiencing the chaos. And so first I had to pull up the rotten roots, and I did. And I'm like, oh my gosh, now I'm all done with the rotten roots. And then today it was another one that just like, it hit me hard. And it's like, it's grief of potential with like someone that I really saw a lot of potential with. And like that heartbreak is different than any other thing that I felt before, because in other heartbreaks, it's been it's been like, you know, I dated people for 3-4 years each time, and that's easy because like at the end I'm like, I've experienced it all with you, I'm so certain like we're not meant to be together. And then this one, I've never had to do something like this where it was the potential that I was ending, and these ideas and this feeling, and just because I was trusting the guidance of what was in front of me. But it was a rotten root. It was taking up, it's like, it's not a nice saying, but that's what I keep getting guided to say. It was taking up so much space in me, and love and abundance and all this, they're all intertwined. Health, it's all intertwined. It's abundance, it's acceptance, it's our infiniteness, and it comes down to the I am that I am. And so anything that was not in alignment with that this past week, whether it's my circumstances that have guided me to it or my internal journey with my guides, I've been guided to clearing and clearing and clearing through that, like that storm energy, that natural disaster energy. And it had to happen because I had been, you know, calling it in. I'd been saying, close the doors that are not meant for me, open the doors that are. And in that, I have found that I really, you know, miss that luxury, that ease, like other people taking care of things for me. Like when you live a normal life, you know, there's just more help, there's more of a system. And even just like doing normal things, like, well, I don't know, normal things, like doing things like going to get a massage, or just like getting your nails done, like those luxuries, it's self-care where other people are involved. And so yeah, I was just tapping into that, and that I missed that. And I was like, and I also got a few phone calls from some friends and a client, and the way that they were talking was just that they really want support on leaving this hustle and finding that ease, and like breaking free from this hamster wheel that I remember so clearly. It was one of those things too. It was like another layer of the onion. Before I came to Europe, I had just quit my job, or I was about to quit my job, and I was like, God, close the doors that are not meant for me, open the doors that are. But in regards to being on that hamster wheel and like being stuck in the 9 to 5 and wanting to travel the world and all this stuff. And then as soon as I did that, you know, my job went up in flames. It was something I had to leave, and all these things. And so the fact that people are now reaching out to me about exiting the matrix, about exiting the 9 to 5, about tapping into that 5D, that new earth wealth and freedom. It's not just like financial wealth, it is, but it is about like having the freedom to just like be and be taken care of, and like just be in your authenticity. Like that's what I really got to the root of with people, is that they're desiring peace and the freedom to live in your authenticity. Like people who are in jobs that they hate, you often have to be a version of you that you don't want to be. You have to like have your customer service voice, or like whatever it is, and this like professionalism that maybe just doesn't feel authentic to you. And so a lot of people are craving and like waking up to that call that there's another option, and that the 5D is here. It's like you might feel like you're living in this like 2-world place where you know that this is possible and you have experiences in it, especially in your visualizations, but then you get back from your practices and you have to go to work, or you have to like be in this other old paradigm. So for myself, and for, you know, the divine intervention of these people who have reached out to me, and for everyone else who resonates with this, I'm creating this program starting in the middle of August. So this will be the pre-sale, so you can sign up now for a pre-sale, and we are going to go on this journey of inviting in that ease, that grace, that wealth, that luxury, and rewiring so that you have the self-identity of the person who can have anything that you desire and all the wealth that you desire, and making money is easy and normalized. That's like the most important thing. Aslan, come on. Come. Getting to that age where he's like very independent. Oh, good boy. Wow. Yeah. And so if you're going through heartbreak too right now, let me know, because like as you just shatter open, like I just sat here this morning and just cried. Just cried with my boys. Just let myself open. it's like this really beautiful feeling of like holding your own heart and healing in a way that feels like what I kept telling myself as I was moving through this is I choose me. Like I choose me more than I've ever chose me before. I choose me wholly and fully, and anyone else that can't meet me there is just not meant to be in my life right now, and that's okay. And I love and I send them love and acceptance and gratitude, but in order to be the version of you that you really desire to be in your highest potential, you have to have that self-identity of wholeness and of knowing your worth and of showing up in every single area of your life with that. And so that means having accountability with yourself and really looking at those rotten roots. Where's my child gone? One moment. Yes, good boy. I saw you hiding. Good. Also, in this space, when you make this space and you pull up those roots and those weeds, more starts to grow, right? There he goes again. He's gonna go hide in the bushes. Oh yeah, I can't see Aslan. Where'd he go? When you pull up the weeds in your garden, that's when your garden starts to grow. And so it's not a surprise to me that I'm being downloaded with these different things now that I'm meant to create, and that people are calling me out of the blue, and that, you know, divine guidance is stronger than ever, and that I feel like a brand new baby. And so whatever you're moving through, whatever you're letting go, whatever doors you're closing, just know you'll get through it, and you'll be more you than ever before because you did go through it and because you did have the courage to choose yourself. So if you want to join me in that, I'll link it below. We're also in Healed right now. You can sign up for Healed whenever you want, but for these 21 days, I am live if you have any questions. So if you ask a question in my email, I'll get back to you in 24 hours. So Healed is all about regulating the nervous system for chronic illness. It's the program that I wish that I had. It's like simplified brain retraining. All the brain retraining stuff that I did to heal was like so complicated. You have to spend days and days and days like doing these programs just to learn like something that could have been an email. Like it could be really simple, but super powerful. So I made that program affordable, easy, accessible, because when you're sick, the last thing you want to do is like spend a lot of money and spend a lot of time because you just don't have the energy. So Healed. I also have 21 days to rewire your mind, 21 days to know your divine guidance and decondition. Wealth Rewired is going to be specifically focused on money and wealth and abundance and the self-identity of being the person who is a vibrational match for your most wealthy life. Like there's a lot of work to normalize that within the nervous system, and so that's how it's different than my other programs. My other programs are more like Rewire Your Mind. 21 days is like stepping into your chosen timeline, like all things of your chosen timeline. Decondition is removing the patterns and the conditionings that like teach you that you can't have the life that you wish. Like being here in Ireland and like away from my like-minded individuals, I can see how like patterns are just on loop and loop and loop in generations and generations. And so that's what decondition is, to set you free from like being trapped in the illusion. And then wealth would be money, abundance, self-identity of that version of you. So love you guys. I'm gonna move through this time, the chaos, the space that has been made. I feel the sprouts are coming up. Like I don't feel that the chaos is still happening. Maybe it will, but I think I did the work. I think I chose. I think I prayed. I think I came to terms with what I desire. And now it's just a matter of moving towards it and becoming a vibrational match for it. So I'm super excited. So I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.